I was talking to a developer one time, and he lived on the east side of town. And I was like, hey, why don't you develop over here on the east side of town? I mean, you develop over on the west and the northwest side all the time. What's up with this spot over here? His response was, if you look at cities, they always grow to the north and to the west. Now, of course, there's some outliers. If something big's going on the east side, or there's a river or a lake blocking the west side, it can only grow to the east. But for the most part, developments and cities usually go north and west. So I had to check it out for myself. So this is Ames. And if you look at Ames, it shows all the homes for sale in Ames on the northwest side and on the west side. That just means that there's more growth that direction, because right now most of our inventory tends to be new construction because nobody wants to give up their 2-3% rate. And we live in Ankeny. Ankeny's growing to the northwest right now. They can't really go straight west because there's a lake there, but they're definitely growing north and they're growing west. There is an outlier in Ankeny, which I'll talk about at the end. But if you look at the whole metro of Des Moines, it is growing to the north, which is Ankeny, and to the west and the northwest. So Grimes is growing, Waukee is growing, Urbandale is growing. All those cities to the west and to the northwest are growing much faster than, let's say, Altoona and Norwalk, which would be to the east and to the south. Northwest is growing the fastest. You spread out to like Omaha, for example. Omaha is definitely one that's growing to the west, without a doubt. When you look at the map right here of the homes for sale in Omaha, it's definitely growing west and northwest. In St. Louis is one, for example. You see the bigger, the nicer, the more expensive, the new homes going where? North and west. Wentzville is a city that's pretty popular. That area is growing to the north and to the west. The Iowa City area, Coralville was built. Everything started to grow towards North Liberty, which is north and northwest. So that proves it again. So time and time again, when you look at cities, unless there's an outlier, they're growing to the north and to the west. Northwest is the most popular spot for development. So always keep that in mind when you're looking around at different cities. Back to Ankeny, we have a Costco. Costco's a game changer for us here. Plus we have a really big investor that also owns a lot of land around there, so you can count on him developing more. But we'll see how that development does compared to the west and northwest in the coming years. I mean, I hope that was some valuable information, and it may mean nothing, but it makes sense to me.